Hello, I am Kodili-nye. Welcome back to another round of street vlogging. I hope that you are enjoying wherever you are. I say to you good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on your geographical location and your time zone. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And you're all welcome. New subscribers, thank you for joining the family. I welcome you to a wonderful family. And we are going to be discussing about the viral video where a man was seen them to be criticizing the Anambra state government over taxation and saying that it seems that the state is overtaxing the poor, and they are talking about the issue, and that at a point the man was saying that in the election that he's not going to be voting Soludo if he continue the taxation. He mentioned about people paying 17,000 tax annually and 30,000 annually in tax to the state government. And he said a lot of things, and he was saying this thing with passion that he voted Professor Charles Soludo in the last election with the hope that he will be fair. So now we are going to be discussing about issue of taxation. In this channel, we have not dabbled much on it, although we have said in the past about how to use raising forms, other forms, in order to build a prosperous future. But we have not done more on taxation. So, as we say in Nigeria, that good soup na money make am. So if a baby want to grow, he need to be on a balanced diet. If a baby want to remain a baby forever, or a malnourished baby, you don't need to feed the baby with whatever he wants. And another thing is this: you hear people saying, wetenama, but so now you want good roads, you want a beautiful environment, you want security, you want all those things. You want job creation, you want good hospitals, you want all those things, but forgetting that all these things is huge sums of money that either that the government goes and overborrow, or raising a bond, or increasing taxation. So that's what people has to think about and make decision on what they really want. Do they want the state to continue running to Abuja in order to run the state? Do they want the state to remain dependent on Abuja? And considering that we tend to receive peanuts from Abuja, so how can we ever build a state if we don't have enough money, enough revenue? I know that there are a lot of leakages in the revenue. I know there are over the years, 33 years of independence, establishment of Anambra State, that the state has not actually invested so much that will make it to be independent of Abuja in revenue, because that has caused all this problem. If they would have, in that 33 years of independence, of coming into being, if Anambra would have invested every year on revenue generating portfolios or franchises that are critical, even if it's in agricultural sector, at least 30 or 33 of them, by now it should not be going to Abuja to asking for money. It should by now be so much with money that they don't need even to raise that much tax. So, but for now, these are sacrifices we must bear. But we also say that the government of the day must also look at the issue, because it's not good to tax the poor, overtax the poor, because overtaxing the poor make them poorer. But what we need to do is to look at the way of getting some money, not overtaxing the rich also, because the rich also create the economy. Sorry about the noise. You know, this is street blogging, and the noise of cars and peoples and a lot of other can actually affect the quality of the video. But notwithstanding, as the name implies, it's street vlogging, so we cannot run away from it. So we want good roads, we want good hospitals, we want good environment. Clean and healthy environment means that somebody has to pay for it, and the money must come from the taxes paid by me and you. So those that are criticizing the government, they must check themselves if they have paid their tax. I personally pay tax, you know, and these taxes are not even 5% of your earnings. And those people must tell you the truth, that their earnings, the tax they pay is not even up to 5%. And in most of the developed countries, you pay between 15 to 25% of your earning as tax. So that's why we are able to have good roads and have all those modern facilities most of us are talking about. I know that people will be saying that our politicians live extravagant life, that the money that are being brought in are not mostly accounted for. Because the more you bring the money, the more they start having a lot of cars, bulletproof cars, buying private jets, having all sorts of flamboyance life and all those things. But it's good to pay the tax and hold them in check and start checking what they are doing with it. Because if the people are really paying huge tax, they will not allow those politicians to continue to mess around with their money. But because people are not paying much tax, they would say, oh, it doesn't bother, the politician can do whatever they want. But if you are actually paying real tax, what will happen is that you will now start tackling those politicians, even taking them to court about how they are living their life, how they are using the money for. So what we need to do in Anambra State is also to check the revenue leakages in Anambra State, because in Anambra State there are a lot of places that people are not even paying anything. And not only that, a lot of corrupt officials are cutting away the money. So at the end of the day, it looks like we are not getting enough money. But if you look at the projects the state government is undertaking, and knowing fully well that he has not borrowed a dam, you'll be thinking that we will be saying that the government is actually doing a lot of projects. Must be commended, because we haven't seen this thing for a long time in Anambra State. I could remember in the last administration, we saw what was happening in Ebonyi State. Everybody was talking about it. Now, why is Ebonyi State? Where are they getting all those money? And they were building a lot of things. Although David Umar borrowed a lot of money from Islamic Bank and others, but you saw the construction all over the place, dualized roads, major projects, which Anambra was not having much. You know, the only thing we can say about is the airport and a few other things here and there. Most of the roads were left untouched. But now that Soludo is doing all those things, we must support him. We must also look at a way of making sure that the poor are not overtaxed, so that the society will be fair to everyone, and the rich should also contribute more. I do believe that if the government can actually purposely encourage more of these private, public-private community partnership, if we actually promote it so much, a lot of infrastructure will be done in joint venture or solely by government or by individuals, which will enhance the economy of the state. And the government should also look at creating more revenue portfolios where they can easily get a lot of money, so that the taxation will be lesser for the people. Because if you check the Tinubu regime now, the Tinubu administration has basically destroyed the economy of Nigeria and render a lot of people poor. So it's very, very important for us to look at how we now do all those things, so that things will not be harder for the people. People are already suffering, and I don't know what you think about that. This what we have just said. Please look at. We want to hear your own opinion about these things. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you think. Remember to share, remember to subscribe, remember to like and comment. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. See you in the next one. God bless you. Bye.